This Land Rover left my place the other day after doing some extensive work on the cylinder head, cooling system, some other bits, all the AC, got all that working. Went out on the tow truck back to Montreal, and it came back the next day because the clutch is now gone. Now the funniest thing was, I test drove this for 350 kilometres, not a problem, easy. Soon, the next day when the customer was driving it, the pedal kept going to the floor. Let me show you what's happening. There are no leaks with this system. Very strange. So what happens is this, look. See? See that? It went straight down to the floor. There's a bit of resistance, but see how progressively I can push the clutch down? See? If I press hard, we get some resistance, and if I back off, it'll go down. And I think I know exactly what the problem is. Well, there's the problem. You see, it's not lost any fluid, so it gives the impression of there's a leak, but there isn't a leak. And I'll tell you exactly what it is. Look how dirty that fluid is. That's terrible. It should be, wait a minute. Well, that's a bit mucky as well. I think I'll change that as well. I was going to say it should be nice and clean. I think the brake fluid's in for a purge through as well at the same time. Anyway, dear me. In these cylinders, there is a principal seal to get the pressure, but at the back of this cylinder, there is a little, like a non-return valve, so that when you press your pedal down, fluid's not going back up into the cylinder, and that's what's happening with this. I think that the seal's disintegrated and is passing fluid, because look how dirty that is. That's terrible. So we've got to take it out. How do we get it out, Mike? Well, of course this is left-hand drive. On the right-hand drive it's a doddle, but what we have to do is get rid of this. Now I did mention about changing the brake fluid, and I think I will do that, but one of the little tricks and techniques that I do is I undo the bolts here and here for the master cylinder, pull this away and move it to one side, take off the hose here, and then you can get this out the way, still retaining the brake fluid in the system, and then take off the 6 bolts holding the tower on. You've got to get this out. You can't get it out any other way, unfortunately. Well, I suppose you could do, but you'll struggle a bit. So take the tower out, take the bolts out of the 6 bolts out the floor, and replace it. Now somebody's been in here before, look, because they've put silicone. Somebody's put silicone on there. Look, see, there's silicone. I never used silicone on them. There's supposed to be a gasket. Interesting. So let's get it out and let's find out what's wrong with it. This could be a lot of fun. So with the master cylinder assembly out, we've got a bit of cleaning up to do, take off this old gasket. Now this car, I actually took this off, I think it was earlier this year, to do some rust repair on the floor, but I didn't change the cylinder, so, you know, there was, I don't know what's gone wrong there, but anyway, it was alright for ever so long, and then all of a sudden it just goes kaput. So the first things we've got to do is take off the cylinder, and we do that by taking off this bolt here and this bolt here. Now in order to get that bolt there off, you've got to take this off. This is 5/8, take that off. Take the end cover off, and then we can get access to the shaft. Now the most important thing you do not touch is this height screw here. Don't touch that. That sets the pedal height, and that will give us opportunity when we're setting the cylinder up to get it absolutely right. So let me take off those bolts and this cover, and let's strip this down, because I want to strip this master cylinder down for you real time, so you can actually see what's wrong with it without making anything up. Alright. The cylinder is now out, and this job is quite reasonably easy for everybody to do. You need a flat blade screwdriver to get these little screws out of the top cover, this top cover, 5/8 to get this off, the adapter, and 13 mils or ½ inch depending on which size they are. But what I really find, you know, to get these bolts out of the here, but what I really find handy, and everybody should get a set of these little ratchet spanners, they're absolutely brilliant. And the finer the tooth you can get, the more control you can get, if you see what I mean. You can move it in just smaller places. Some of them have got very coarse teeth. I don't know why I bothered telling you that, but it's something interesting, I hope. Now, so let's have a look inside this cylinder. At first glances, it looks like a Girling one. But is it? I don't know. Usually the Girling Lucas ones have got marks on the outside on the rubber. This has got nothing. Ooh, that's an interesting spring clip. Wait a minute, let's get this off. This doesn't look all that old. I don't know what's wrong with this. No. Just let you get a screwdriver. It's usually got a circlip in the back, and this hasn't. It's got a spring clip. Oh, yeah. Look at all the fluid coming out of the back. I think, oh there, bingo, bingo, bingo. Can you see that? Let me get a bit of paper. Oh, I'm all excited. I can't control my excitement. When I said it was the relief, the non-return valve seal, can you see there? There's a great big chunk missing out of it. Let me get it out and I'll tell you, I'll show you. So to get it disassembled, it's quite straightforward. There's a little tang in here. Now you've got to hold that spring down, but at the same time get that tang and move it out, like prise it open, easy, comes off, and then inside this has got how do we say? It's got a thing where there's a slot in here where you hook that piece into. That's easy. Take that piece out. These are Chinese ones, I can tell you straight away, because it's got this little spring in. The Lucas ones just had a wave washer. So what we're looking at here, let's get some brake cleaner on the job. And there, can you see? Can you see there's a big chunk missing out the valve? That's the cause of the problem. I hate Chinese hydraulics in jacks or cars or anything like that. Nowadays the machining is very good, but the rubber just doesn't seem to be the same. Well, it's not rubber, it should be nitrile or something like that, but it's just not the same. But you can always tell when it's got this little hairspring underneath. Yeah. Could you rebuild it? Well, I guess you could. But I've got a genuine Lucas one coming, so we might just put I don't know, might put a seal kit in that and keep it as a good spare. I don't know. But I've got a Lucas one coming, I've ordered it, it's coming from England because I'm not going to take any chances on this again. So what I'll do is I'll post this video now because the owner of this car would like to see what was wrong with it. And then in a following video I'll show you how to set this up. I think I've already done it before, to tell you the honest truth, but I'll do it again. Alright, catch you later.